best blitz you never heard of because we just made it up. So it's crazy. It ties into our 4-lock video that we did last week. We're on location here at, I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't know where we are. You scouted this location?
I just started walking and you followed.
So. Dude, this is it's not even on a map.
Yeah.
I don't even think we're in the right time zone.
Yeah.
Regardless. But we're going to show you guys the 4-lock situation, the new blitz out of it. It's phenomenal. And then we're going to, touch base afterwards. We have some gameplay on there too. Wait a minute. Dude, we got to get the hell out of here. All right, here's the video, guys. Okay, guys, we're going to pick Trey open. It's best to have, run this blitz against a bunch or a trips formation that has a little bit of space. So that's why it's Trey open, I guess, If it's tight on the line, you're going to cause some congestion and you're not going to be able to get the blitz in as clean. Right. So Trey open works well. If you look at that, there's a good... So this is our basic setup. We're going to crash the line outside. So that's what that looks like. Then we're going to just shift the line over. That safety comes down, if you watched our video last week, so nicely. Then we just put him on a blitz. Okay, then we contain. I think we push quarterback contain. And then you're guarding the running back. So it doesn't really hurt you to come in to the inside there and occupy that guard. And that's going to help the blitz get in cleaner because you can easily just touch him and bounce back into coverage. Right. That's what we've found. So that's the basic setup, guys. That's it. That's all you need to do. Now, granted, the middle of the field's open and there's some other things open that we'll get to when we discuss the advanced setup. But if that's all you have time for and he's quick snapping you, that's really all you need. This blitz is going to get in so fast. So right here, look at that. Oh,
my God. He had no time.
Play action's done. I mean, we all know Madden this year, the play action's a little bit, suspect. Right. So right here, same setup. We're just going to move in. We're just going to try to occupy the guard a little bit and bounce back.
On a
screen.
Wow.
He just gets in there so fast. So it really disrupts, screen, they generally let some cats in, but on that side of the screen, it just disrupts everything. So I'm going to run it again. Here he comes, just screaming in. There's nobody open.
Yeah.
And we're not even getting off the guard to get back. So if you're finding yourself doing that, that's when you have to use the advanced techniques. But again, the regular techniques will work just fine. So, I mean, he's just throwing the ball away. It's breeze. He's got a quick release, I think, doesn't he?
He does. And he's got fearless, so the pressure doesn't hit him. So.
Right.
I mean, with quarterbacks like that, the blitz is still going to affect them.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, I mean, here we're just doing random plays. So, look at that. If you're worried about an inside zone, I'm glad they ran that. This is perfect. Because we're occupying him, and that tackle comes after us. Look at that. And they ran it again. Bosa gets in and is able to shoot it. So we'll show you in the instant replay. So that's an added benefit of bringing more in. Is watch this offensive tackle completely focus on me and disregard Bosa. So, and we had the hole was closing too. We had, I think, Verrett's coming in to the hole, or Armstead. Yeah, Armstead. So the inside zone is locked, which is nice. So there he tries the play action again. It was a horrible decision.
Yeah, that's not going to fly.
And we'll show you later. If you guys look at the video, nobody downfield is open. The other side plays so well. Sherman's got Mike Evans enough to where he's got him to where Breeze can't reach him. There was a horrible pass. Should have been a pick.
Yeah.
I think I should have picked that, to be honest.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, we don't need to dwell on my horrible user. But if you look at it, I go back into coverage and help out here. I felt that he was going to throw it there. But if you look down the field, he's covered. I guess he could have thrown him on the break.
It's 50-50.
Right. But Ward's closing in.
Yeah.
Mosley has him step for step.
Yeah, that's locked.
And then this is the only thing that's dangerous, and that's the thing you might want to take. Deep digs are really the kind of a vulnerability for this defense, the 4-lock in general. So what I should have done, and you see me kind of go that way initially, but I went back. You want to help Sherman if what's what is it, Thomas? Michael Thomas.
Yeah,
I think
Michael
I said
Thomas.
Evans. I meant Thomas. If he comes in, you're going to want to drift back and cover it in case he comes in the middle of the field.
Yeah.
So, but this is just, random plays in this formation. And like I said, it's working. It works against bunch if as long as the tight end's off the line a little bit. I mean, Breeze has nowhere to go.
He's just getting disrespected.
He is. It's just getting smacked in the mouth. And there's not a lot of setup on it, guys. It's that safety comes down on his own when you shift the line over. It's the only formation that does that, and it's the only package that does it. So, we're shutting down the inside zone. We're shutting down any passing plays. He hasn't been able to complete a pass. We ran this for like an hour.
Yeah.
And he wasn't able to make one completion. Even there, he keeps going to that route, and it's covered.
And I think going back to our first video, like with this defense and then adding this blitz to it, you can really rely on your other defenders to play zone, to play man. I mean, that's the good thing about this defense and this blitz. It's just you can rely on the blitz to get there, and if it doesn't, it's an easy incomplete pass.
Absolutely. I mean, look, there he fumbles.
Yeah.
And that's goes back to, even if you do this and you're not blitzing, he has to respect the fact that you might be blitzing.
Right.
So he's going to block his running back. He's going to possibly motion his tight end over to a motion block. So it's just taking routes off the field, guys. So it just really, if you sprinkle it in, you're obviously not going to run it every play. If you sprinkle it in, it's really going to give you advantage in the passing game because look at that. There's a screen attempt. Verrett's in there just too fast. So this is, I think this is the advanced setup.
Yep.
So you blitz more. The guy you're using, just because your initial step, if you're guarding the running back, you're going to take a step back and you're not engaging the guard as well.
Right.
So you do that, and let's say, he's picking up the blitz now, but you still want to send it because it's getting in. So you want some deeper protection. You put Tart, who you've put at linebacker, in a deep blue. And then you can either hook curl Warner or man him up on the tight end because that's probably the route he's going to throw right away. Is like a slant or a drag or something like that. So this just gives you a little bit easier. It's easier for you to touch the guard. So this is Darius's gameplay.
Yeah. Now we'll go in. I started using the 4-lock. At first I wasn't blitzing, so these are a couple plays without it, but it just goes back to the coverage, how well they play. Here's a blitz. I mean, the point of this play was that I caused him to fumble, and it was just a freak play where he picked that up. I got a nice pick there with my user, kind of read it. I had the blitz coming. He had to throw it quick. Here, I'm covering deep, and then I can rely on my D-line to get the sack.
See, and I think at that point he was so worried about the blitz, he's rolling into other guys hitting him. And this is Wilson.
Yeah.
The first guy usually bounces off of him.
Thomas got there. I don't understand how he broke that. But
he's not breaking Thomas's tackle. It's craziness.
Here's some, that was a run defense.
He's trying play action, and it's not going to work.
Yeah. And we'll go back. I had some coverage. I saw where he was throwing, and the coverage was nice. I got a pick. It was kind of a freak play, but the coverage was there. It would have been incomplete regardless. And here, some nice user. I kind of predicted if you go back to where he was exactly going to throw it to.
And that's the thing, guys. He's running the blitz so much that when he doesn't run it, look, the safety's still coming down. He's throwing, anticipating that blitz coming, and then the coverage was locked there. He has nowhere to go.
Even if he has time, it's just he's not going to do anything with it. He'll take off with Wilson or something like that, but that's it. He'll throw it deep. Just click on, make a play, easy.
And the Ravens are easy because he has a lockdown corner with Humphrey.
Right.
So here's my gameplay. I'm go ahead and I just start out. I think it was on the second play. Sorry.
Right.
But I'm blitzing probably quite a bit and honestly we're labbing it. So I'm running the blitz more than I normally would. Right. Don't get me wrong, but I went ahead and stopped him. He had to punt, and then I scored.
Yeah.
And then he gets this.
Yeah,
I was like, come on. The only reason I left this in here because I want you guys to see that I don't want you to look later in the video and see the score and be like, well, you weren't really stopping him.
Right.
I am stopping him. It's just, he got to, and then I scored again.
Scored a couple times.
Yeah. And then he's on offense again. That should have been a pick.
Wow.
He's 0 for 2 so far. He's anticipating that blitz coming in. I'm running 4-lock palms basically the whole game. There was a couple times where he, I think, went to single back that I switched out of it. Okay. But, I see the gun bunch open. I'm like, oh, this is ripe for the picking. So I'm going to run that blitz.
Oh, wow, that's perfect.
And I think I did do an advanced adjustment because I wanted to touch his guard. Horrible user.
It was right there. Oh, incomplete.
But an incomplete pass. Yeah, I should have picked it. He threw it right over my head.
Right.
But again, into coverage. You got to rely on your guys staying in their zones. And that's the thing. If you're taking a zone guy and running all over the field with it, you're vacating zones.
Yeah.
The running back is my responsibility. If he goes into the flat, I release him and I go cover somebody else.
Yep.
And with that blitz coming in, look at that.
He's just trying to get it out as fast as possible.
He still lost a yard.
Yeah. Might as well.
So he's 1 for 4 with -6 yards, guys. This guy, and I guarantee you this guy has never seen this before.
Yeah.
Even if he is able to identify, I think I had to punt the last formation. He punted, then I punted.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
The user, easy. He's 2 for 5 with -5 yards.
And I quickly figured out this guy is a name chaser. He was only looking for Kelsey or Tyreek.
Yeah.
And initially that blitz was getting in where he wasn't even seeing Tyreek.
Right.
See, that should have been another pick.
Another one. What's up with your defense, man?
It's me. It's not you, it's me. So I scored again, and then he's back on defense, or I'm back on defense. I don't know if I blitz here or not.
We'll see. Oh, you dropped him back.
Yep, nice. I dropped him back into coverage, and then Sherman gets a pick.
Man.
So I think he was anticipating that blitz coming, to be honest, and he was like, I'm going to try to hit Sherman.
Yeah, look for something quick.
It just had him flood. Like right there, I have no intention of sending the blitz.
Right. It's going to get blocked.
But look, he doesn't know that.
Yeah.
He doesn't know the capability. So I drop back in coverage, and look, he has nobody.
Tries to take off,
and, he gets some yards. But
2-3 yards.
I didn't even have a spy. Nothing. So it was totally playing a mind game with him. He's like, when is this blitz coming? When is it not? You saw him make some hot routes, and everything's covered.
Yeah.
Telling you, this is a diamond in the rough. This 4-lock palms. Nobody runs it. Nobody uses it. You have to be good at your user, which I'm not good yet, but it's making me become better.
It's getting there. You can see you're there every play now.
I'm just not I'm not pushing triangle fast enough, or whatever the case may be. So here, he toasted me, and I'm putting it on the video because I want to show you. And then he showboats, so I'm like, okay. So, into the second quarter, it took for him to toast me.
Yeah.
And that's fine. I'm okay with it. And then of course,
my God, he broke a tackle.
So I'm up 31-7.
And in two.
And in 2 plays, essentially, and right before half, I'm like, come on. So I just wanted you guys to see the score, that there's 2 kickoff returns that he got me on it. So he's only burnt me with Tyreek once. I made some adjustments. But honestly, guys, look at that.
Wow.
Wow. Tyreek is a hack, and I think I drop back into coverage I start trying to see why Tyreek got behind me.
Right.
And in a game, you can't do instant replay. But
he probably runs it again, doesn't he?
I think he does. I think he runs it several times. But I know now that because I've got him so flustered, that's his only read.
Yeah, he's waiting for that only.
Right.
I don't even think he's looking anywhere
else.
And
I think right here he gets me again.
Yep. Right there, deep.
Tyreek's just too fast. I got Ward. That was either Ward or Verrett. Look at this clown. So it was either Ward or Verrett who has 90 or 91 speed. You can't compete with Tyreek. So I think I tried to protect the sticks there. I tried again here.
Oh my God.
And he just, I was in better position, but Tyreek is just amazing.
Yeah.
So
that's 21 points for Tyreek out of 35, plus the 2 kick returns. So it was just those 3, big plays.
Well, and even then, you notice my score, guys. I know he's going for Tyreek every time now. That's his only option. And I'm scoring at will. So right there, I dropped back with Mosley. I switched my user to Mosley, and I dropped back.
It flustered him.
Yep, to make sure I got up on Tyreek, and he had no other read. So at this point, I feel I have the mental advantage. I know he's looking for Tyreek, and I know that I can score at will. So I'm trying to bait him into it, to be honest. I'm like, try to throw to Tyreek because I'm making some other adjustments. I'm going to make it look like I'm blitzing, which takes Mosley out of the coverage picture. But that time I left Mosley back there.
Oh, and he had Tyreek on the other side.
He switched Tyreek. But that's why you need that lockdown corner. Wow. Sherman got toasted, but he was able to trip him up.
Sherman made that play.
I know. I'm shocked. So I think he's going for Tyreek again. I'm running right towards it.
Oh, okay.
And then he dishes down low.
Okay.
Still stopped him. I'm really not worried. I think and I stay in four-lock, guys, even in the red zone.
It's bend, don't break.
Right. So right now I'm identifying, and boom.
Oh, wow.
I mean, if Sherman didn't get it, I think Tart would have.
Yeah, definitely.
Because I put Tart on there. I think I made an adjustment to get him. So what I wanted to show you at the end here is he was 53% passing. And all he had was those 3 big passes to Tyreek.
Yeah.
But he's 7 for 13, guys, with 2 picks.
Yeah.
So, I wanted to make sure I showed you that not like a lot of YouTubers, we're showing you legitly that, you can get beat with it. You just got to make adjustments. But for the most part, the coverage is there. Last thing we wanted to show you in the video is the only thing that is susceptible against this blitz is a draw.
Yep.
Nobody runs draws. But right here, I was thinking, okay, if I still come in, I can get him. But then if you watch here, Moore's initial step is a step back.
Right, yeah.
That gives the guard better leverage.
I mean, he just
squares
up with you.
So in this case, what you probably want to do, if you watch here, on the draw, Moore's initial step is back.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, because he's in coverage.
Yeah.
So that's giving the guard leverage. Look at the guard. He gets leverage. He can shuffle over, and he pins me outside.
Yeah.
Okay, so what we're figuring in, and look, Verrett's just not quite fast enough to get there because Kamara sees an open hole. Right. He doesn't even hesitate.
I mean, natural instinct.
Right.
It's there.
So against this whole formation, there's just one play that we're susceptible against. But like I said, all you got to do is make a small adjustment.
Yep.
So you dip into the advanced adjustments that we showed you earlier. We're doing everything the same, basic adjustments, but all we're going to do is blitz more. So if you see that, I'm manned up on him. I'm blitzing more. Now, I'm just going to try to if he's not running, I'm still just going to touch the guard and go into coverage.
Right. But
here, if I notice it's a run, watch. Oh, I even break it up.
He breaks off a lineman.
That's crazy to me.
I mean, that's Madden.
Right. So here, I go on the outside shoulder of the guard, and Buckner breaks loose. Then, on this last play, Verrett breaks loose. That's it, guys. That's a wrap.
Closing thoughts. One last time to talk some trash before we are done with this show. Closing thoughts. We gonna run a mouse before you guys decide you're gonna click off.
Closing thoughts. Well, we made it out of that hellhole wherever he had us before, and now we're in the safety of our own people. It's fantastic.
These are your people.
It's rude. So anyway, that's the fire blitz that we wanted to show you guys. Like I said, it ties into our video we dropped earlier this week, and it's really going to work well for you. Not on every occasion, mind you, and as my gameplay showed you, you can use it as a bait and switch kind of deal too, and it can really disrespectful. So you can use it to better your game. You can lull your opponent into a false sense of security. Mm-hmm. It's just a really good tie-in. And the big nickel was missing a fire blitz, so we made one. Yep. But thanks for watching, guys. And remember, we always tip in, never trick in. We'll get it. We'll get it.
Hey.
How about a hug?